Women's Community Dairy Project. Milk Producers Cooperative Movement Kadri. By Nana Deepika Vidyaniketan. The dairy unit has a special place in the Indian economy. Traditionally, milk enjoyed a special status from ancient times. A focus on dairy development has led to India's emergence as the top milk producing country globally. Several small and marginal farmers across India are employed in dairy farming India. Under the cooperative model, a strong dairy development initiative has been a significant success story in India's dairy sector. Rising income level, convenience, increased awareness of hygiene, and associated health factors are the growth drivers in this unit. One more factor impacting growth, particularly in major cities and urban areas, is introducing innovative milk based products that have expanded the consumer base. The general scenario of the dairy industry in India is bright and offers an attractive option of starting a dairy farm. Planning a new business is a detailed and extensive exercise involving several studies, analysis, data verification, finally leading to the preparation of a critical criterion of the dairy unit is to plan the location for setting up the dairy. A large number of cows buffaloes have to be housed scientifically for ensuring proper milk production. Let us first understand the primary reasons for land selection or how to choose a location for your dairy unit. Land for a dairy business usually will be available in a rural location. The ground has to be finalized at the panchayat municipality level. It is necessary to check whether the particular area, locality has no bar on setting up the type of unit you have planned. Though such restrictions are generally meant for polluting industries or specific types of chemical production, it is better to be clear on the land usage pattern at the planning stage itself. It would help if you categorically ascertain the existing physical condition of the land. Historically, rural locations are used for agricultural activities. The ground levels may vary. You need to determine whether it requires landfilling to match the ground level with the neighboring acres. Otherwise, rainwater accumulation problems may occur. Are there water bodies within the parcel of land? This can be detrimental because there are strict rules in many parts of the country against filling up water bodies. This will reduce the actual usage area and have commercial implications. Whether full-grown trees are required to be cut for construction of the dairy facilities, this is another critical area, which requires environmental clearance. In the dairy unit, you have to handle living animals as the input resource. Therefore, it is imperative to plan proper shelter and other facilities for taking good care of the animals. Your location decision must consider the land requirement with the following in mind. Well-ventilated sheds or barns for the cattle, adequately protected from the weather. Irrigation system for pasture. Milking area. Facility for pasteurization and storage of milk. Feed storage. Manure storage. Proper waste management system. A dairy business plan should include provision for the cultivation of fodder crops for the cattle. Growing your crop gives you control over the quality and nutritional aspects of the feed for the cattle, leading to better yield in milk production. You can decide on the correct type of manure for growing the crop. Adequate water, which helps in fodder cultivation, is a crucial requirement. It is essential to understand that breed of the cattle, a proper vaccination schedule, and quality fodder contribute to better milk yields. One more from the list of experts' recommendations: locating your dairy in proximity to other farms can result in better support systems. Easy availability of inputs, veterinary support, transport arrangements, marketing can work favorably for the new entrepreneur. Besides, competition among the local units can improve both yield and quality. Similarly, if there is a milk cooperative operating nearby, you can take advantage of selling additional quantities of milk, if any, to them. A ballpark estimate of 1 acre of land is considered sufficient for suitable nurturing of 18 to 20 cows buffaloes. It is also recommended to provide a space of about 60 to 100 square feet of open space per animal. The thumb rule for fodder cultivation is 1 acre of land for every 5 animals. Land required for the construction of dairy sheds and ancillary structures including milking parlor, maternity pens, straw store, feed store, implements room, milk room, chaff cutter shed, manure pit, roads and alleys between and office etc. works out to be about 500 square feet per animal for a dairy unit of 20 animals. The land required is reduced to about 350 square feet per animal if the herd strength is increased to 50 animals is the area required for the milk room, roads and alleys, chaff cutter shed, office, implements room does not increase proportionately. Per animal area will be further reduced if the farm size is further increased. The dairy farm is dependent on the buffalo's ability to live a healthy life, produce milk, and have calves that can become the next generation of the farm. Dairy farming requires detailed programs for herd health, reproduction, and calf care in addition to the nutrition and financial aspects on the farm. Working with your veterinarian, genetics representatives, and extension agents can help you develop comprehensive farm plans to create a positive future. The most common dairy good for a farm, or water buffalo, in South Asia. Each one has many dairy breeds, and local knowledge is your best way to choose between them. Contact government institutions, university agricultural extensions, and established dairy farms and ask for info to help you make the decision. Rule out breeds that can't thrive in your climate. For each breed, divide annual upkeep cost by annual milk production to find production cost per unit of milk. Is there local demand for the breed's milk based on species and milk fat percent? What about for butter and cheese where a high fat percent is useful? How much time and money does it take to raise a calf to milk producing age? The milk is sent through stainless steel pipes to large refrigerated vats, then stored at 5 degrees Celsius or less. Within 48 hours, milk is taken in tankers to a milk factory where it's pasteurized and homogenized. This technique heats milk to 72 degrees Celsius for no less than 15 seconds, then cooled immediately to destroy any harmful bacteria and microorganisms. This also extends the shelf life. Milk is put under pressure through fine nozzles, which evenly disperses fat globules. This stops the cream separating and rising to the top, allowing a more consistent texture and taste. Some manufacturers produce inhomogenized milk for people who prefer the cream to separate. Traditionally, ghee is made first by converting milk into dahi, churning the dahi at room temperature to yield traditional desi makhan or butter. Kova is traditionally manufactured by continuous boiling of milk in a shallow iron or stainless steel vessel to remove moisture, and the process continues till the total solid level is attained. Process of almond milk. The machine is through the different geometry of the stator and rotor in the high-speed rotation of the relative movement, through the shear, grinding, high-frequency vibration and broken. There are 3 grinding zones in the crushing chamber. One is a coarse grinding zone, 2 is a fine grinding zone, and the third is an ultrafine grinding zone. Paneer manufacture involves the coagulation of milk proteins to form curd. During this process, large clumps of proteins are formed in which fat and other colloidal and dissolved solids get entrapped. The coagulation of milk occurs when pH of milk reaches 4.6, which is the isoelectric point of its major protein, casein. The type and concentration of the acid and the mode of delivery into the hot milk influence the moisture level and product yield. Making process of a ice cream. First, the ingredients are selected based on the desired formulation and the calculation of the recipe from the formulation and the ingredients chosen. Then the ingredients are weighed and blended together to produce what is known as the ice cream mix. Blending requires rapid agitation to incorporate powders, and often high-speed blenders are used. The ice cream is cooled as quickly as possible down to a holding temperature of less than 25 degrees Celsius.